We're going to call Leah out in Spokane, Washington, and hear her story. Hey, Leah, why don't you tell us about your patient?
All right. So, we've had some really good results with doing S1 treatment for a patient who he actually had a staph infection that traveled to his heart. And so he ended up in the ER. He was in the hospital for almost 3 months recovering. And they did 4 different kinds of antibiotics. And one of them was so powerful that he actually ended up with the peripheral neuropathy. So ended up with almost no feeling in his legs all the way down to his feet. Couldn't walk. He did physical therapy for almost 2 years and regained enough strength that he could stand on his own and he's walking, but he was having problems tripping over his own feet because he didn't have any feeling in his feet still. But so we started doing the S1 and he was doing the S1. We were doing it 3 or 4 times a week for the first 2 weeks, and he actually regained most feeling back in his feet for the most part. The problem is that he travels a lot for work. So he travels between here and the Tri-Cities, which is over 200 miles, and he was doing it several times, like in a month. And so I think a lot of the sitting and then him not being able to do his exercises and stretches as often as he should was part of the problem of not recovering extremely fast. But yeah, within the first couple months, he's back to walking at least a mile every single day, and he feels so much better about life. He was really discouraged with, he kind of just had accepted it because it's been about 7 years since all of this happened. So he had kind of just accepted that that was his fate until Dr. Selena had introduced MYK into the office, and we started doing this on him regularly. So he is a firm believer and still continues with his S1 treatment several times a week and doing his stretches and exercises. So that's where he's at now. It's been incredible.
Wow. So he had his problem for how long before you actually started seeing him? Was that close to 7 years?
7 years, yeah.
And then how long after you started treating him, was it a full couple of months before he regained feeling, or was that fairly quick that he got some feeling back?
So within the first couple weeks, he was starting to get less tingling. And then he was actually not tripping over his own feet anymore, which was a huge accomplishment all in itself. So yeah, it was almost I would say it took the full 2 months before the feeling like fully came back like regularly. But yeah, within the first couple weeks of the 3 to 4 treatments per week, he was getting less tingling. So it was fairly quick.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so 6 to 8 treatments, and he could already feel a big difference.
Yep.
Very good.
But he said like his overall quality of life is 100% improved. He is so much happier and being able to walk again. And he's only 66 years old. So he was in his late 50s when this started happening. So yeah, he's doing a lot better than he was. And he is so grateful. He's very, very thankful for this.
What a great story. If you're interested in receiving MYK treatments, here's Leah's information.
Oh yeah, there's tons of people. We've had so much success, especially after being able to take the upper body one too. You know, we're just connecting dots here. So we've had tons of people, that get the symptoms down into their arms and their hands, and tons of stuff has been clearing up really rapidly. So Dr. Selena just wants to reiterate how thankful he is for your system. It's been amazing for our patients.